Welcome to Brindleton Bay. It is said that no true Brindie would trust a place that was sunny and pleasant all the time. This is a story about 5 Brindies, all born, raised and formed in this part of the world. And we got a guide. Now taking us a tour through central Brindleton Bay is one of these 5 Brindies, Genia Ruff. Now here in the background you can see the mayor of Brindleton Bay, who is a cat. Mayor Morris. The dog at her side is Damon, maybe one of the least annoying of all the pets in this series. What should you know about Genia? She got the deviant's aspiration. And she is want to be the chief of mischief. And she has gone about this in a very roundabout way. She started in the criminal career, but decided to switch to become a detective instead. This aspiration I got would be so much easier if I'm part of the law instead of chased by the law, she reasoned. There is a certain stigmata connected to being a Brindie that goes hundreds of years back in time and is focused on the Brindie's supposed stupidity. The founder of Brindleton Bay, Dougal Hecking, came here with his sled dog team. He was accompanied by his long-time friend, Lord Brindleton. Now, Lord Brindleton promptly got eaten by a cow plant. Dougal grieved his friend very much and founded Brindleton Bay in his honor. The air in Brindleton Bay is said by vicious tongues to affect the sons and judgment of its inhabitants, and other SIMS like to tell jokes about them, like a thief comes into a Brindie's store and steals a TV. When he runs out with his loot, the Brindie runs after him and shouts, "You forgot the remote!" Brindies do not like these stories, and neither do they like that you mention that their mayor is a cat. Evening, Mayor Morris. Now we're gonna leave Genia and travel back in time to one of the other SIMS' childhood years. You don't like the way I'm leaving you and leaving the scene open for some other Brindie? Well, that's tough. We will start with Simon SIMS, the son to Roger and Maigret Sims. He was brought up in this house of suspense. His role model as a child was Tintin, the famous journalist and reporter. We find them playing some football table play, or what it's called. And the family consists of Maigret Sim. She is the head of the Secret Service, the SIM agency. Her work will have a great impact on the Brindies, both then and later. This, his father, is Roger Sims. He is the author of a dime novel. And finally, our Sim in question, the one of the Five Brindies. He's Simon Sims. He's a really nice Sims, adventurous and good-hearted. Also living here is the dog Ruff. We'll now return to the future and see how Simon has grown up. Yeah. We are now back in the present with Simon Sims, who is now all grown up. He's now an intrepid reporter with his very own TV show, Sim on Sims. He is currently in Strangelville, formerly known as Commonwealth, to follow up a tip from an informant. Apparently there is something rotten in the Strangelville. The army has flooded this hamlet and the citizens seem to be affected by some malicious bug. Despite the place being quarantined, Simon has made his way to the public library with his dog, Cairo, for some investigation. Let's now see what we can see. Talk about what's happening in Strangelville. Now, this is strange. Clearly, there's aliens living among them, and they're not hiding it either. One thing is for certain in this once so picturesque hamlet. There's a lot of army presence here. And also some high officers at this place. What are they up to, Simon? Check out this truck. What you need is someone more to talk to about this situation. Was there anything in that truck, Simon? Oh, nothing. Now, this guy, you should stay. Now, this guy, you should stay away from Simon. He seems to have a chip on his shoulder. Strange guy.
Imka Floof? Rena!
Now, Simon, don't let Etta know you're talking to pretty female soldiers.
Aha!
Moose? Ula, Bentrip, Zigafig. Tanoba, Doror.
Life is trash here in this place, she says.
Tumba Krimbao. Oh, Barrack. Moochie Peachy. Revo.
Moochie Peachy, yeah.
Jorpy Sweb.
But you have tanks and everything. What have you to be afraid of? You're not getting me anything out of her. While searching for information in the public library about Strangeville, Simon discovers that Penny Saxon, one of the members in Lionheart Music, the biggest band in this Sims world, for some reason is in this quarantine part of the world. She quickly disappeared when Simon saw her. Strange indeed. What has a famed singer in Strangeville?
huh? What's a Waxa Sturka? Yads. Unkim Panip.
This is something worth considering. What do you find for book? Avoiding the watchful eye, yeah. You should do this, Simon.
Go on.
And I think you should also leave this part of the world before you attract some unwelcome attention. We return to Simon Sims' home after his adventure in Strangeville. He lives here in San Myshuno in the Alto apartments. Next door to him, neighbors, lives his now retired father and mother. Roger still writes the odd Penny Dreadful story now and again, and his mother, Maigrea Sims, although retired, is very much up to date what's going on in the intelligence community. Be careful, son. Be very careful. Remember what's at stake, she told Simon after hearing him that he had plans to investigate what was going on in in Stranger Will. Now, this is where SIMS lives. He lives here together with the enigmatic Etta, the wild thing that
Rude. So.
and here visiting also Mike Sims, who, as I said, lives next door.
You naughty!
Oh, Polino.
Simon and Etta's love resulted in a daughter,
Rude.
We won!
Therese LeBlanc. And when they got him, Simon accepted that he no longer held the leading role in his life. You don't believe that? And, of course, Caro. Where would they all be without Caro in their life? Even if he's hiding behind the door right now. Now, Simon has a problem, and he's never walked away from a problem, believe it or not. So, to fix the situation in Strangerville, he has a call for some assistance, and not any assistance. His old-time friend and member of the leading council,
Shuna.
Oh,
Mwah.
Thiis.
Albert Prusk. Back to Albert Prusk. He's a bearded old sea salt who drinks a lot and swears a lot.
Lardo Twib.
And he lived his life on the seven seas up to the point when he rammed his vessel into a lighthouse after drinking too many scotch. He went ashore and started a political career. Never had been less suited for a political career. But by chance, he stumbled on the perfect political agenda. More naps and more nappable places. It touched the heartstring of all the Sims.
Yumamush, Oganshima, Uwithis Waksa.
So,
Ha! Yes.
when you get the dinner ready, we'll have some... Well, you can invite them. So Simon can address his problem.
Turkey, Shuksona. Sherry, Mikobies.
There. Planet social event etta.
Perfect shall leave.
Chumcha.
Overwhelmed. Pator. Wanu Vark.
And we have a host. Etta, LeBlanc. And we have to invite some Sims. Teresa, Simon, not Mr. Bean this time. I don't know, some summer holiday will hang around. Dr. Grimm, Frida Prask, Vicky Prask, Albert Prask, and their son Nicky Prask, who for some reason doesn't like. And we need a caterer. Penny Sexton from Lionheart Music. I don't know why she is catering. She's pretty busy with her own career. But she's a lovely sim. And she also booked for Simon's TV show Sim on Sims. Now we're done. I love that dress on you, Etta. Here she comes, Vicky Prask. She is Albert Prask's oldest daughter. She's a computer whiz and as hot-headed as her father is. And here comes Penny Saxon. Not busy playing music today.
Oh, Barbo.
Something stinks in Strangerville. It stinks all the way here, apparently. Penny's also fixing dinner. And here comes the fabled hero and the fabled politician. What are you wearing? God, the dress is you. Oh, yes, that's me. Well, it kind of looks something Captain Haddock would wear. It's only missing the anchor on the chest, and it should be blue. Well. And the final one. Frida Prask, writer of political biographies. She also wrote the shortest political book ever, The Good Speeches of Albert Prask.
Oh, yes.
They're not very much for enjoying each other's company. The Prask family is sitting over there.
Ugh. Yapsi Pincardo. Sorta.
Oh, Orta.
And the Remy and the Sims LeBlanc are sitting over here. Now, talk to Albert.
French Roby.
Then you can go and sleep.
Washanoi Lonkas. Punarabe. Drixto. Cornelia. Uke Shu. Gurgadon. Kuganoi. Schwarza Tibu. Oh, Jenku Mizna. Swaby. Linzaya. Noba.
Yeah, tell him about Strangerville
Nahara.
and all the horrors that's going on there.
Mershao. Kimbaya. Dromus.
And we have to look for a solution
Noi.
and fix it with a sword. Simon, have you told Albert about the problem? Has he grasped the severity of the situation? Yeah? He looks focused enough? Is he about to change everything that has gone wrong in Strangerville? Will he fix it all? Will this political genius with his impressive snout fix it? Simon seems to think so. Well, Simon, we will see. I'm so tired of all this story, and I have a fever. We better call it a night.
Yasuk. Heater Dubay. Oh. Kanoka.
God, we better get. I hope you have not caught something in Strangerville. You're very sick. We'll have to get. We will end this episode here and take it up again next week. We will end it back in the days with Lady Ming, who has invited all her friends to a dress-up party. They all gathered there, Lady Ming's friend, and dress up for this spooky party. There was Remy, Rio Tarpakoski, Simon Sims, Genia Ruff, and of course, Agavan Thoreau. That is Lady Ming's father, Suman Ming. And they were all dressed up to scare each other. Now, had you asked them back then what they wanted to become in the future? The answer would have sounded somewhat like this, and the result would have been. Now, this is Lady Ming as a very young child. She wanted to be like one of the many romantic heroines she read about in romantic novels. To meet the right one and have many children. Now, Lady Ming grew up to be a business-savvy woman with the following traits. She's a perfectionist, she's a genius, and she's totally unflirty. Remy would have told you, I want to be like Robin Hood and steal from the rich and give to the poor. That is what I want to be.
Whitney. Feroce.
As an adult, this stalwart knight got the following traits. He is ambitious, active, and non-committal.
Oh, Sula.
Jenny Ruff would have said, I want to be like Pippi Longstocking. All grown up, Jenny Ruff, this dastardly sim, got the following traits. She is hot-headed, is very creative, and she has a stroke of kleptomaniac. Now, if you had asked Simon back in the days what he wanted to do when he was grown up, he would have told you, I want to be a fearless reporter like Tintin and have a bearded friend who swears a lot. The valiant Simon Sims landed the following trait as an adult. He's ambitious, he's also creative, and he's a good sim. This is Reo Tapakosko. Reo, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be an archaeologist, like Indiana Jones. This high-flying sim landed the following trait as an adult. He's a self-assured, neat bookworm. Agathon Thoreau, finally, would have told you, I want to be the smartest of them all, like Sherlock Holmes. That's what I want to be. And this brainy sim acquired the following trait as a grown-up. And he's a geek and a self-assured genius, which to many other sims make him a bit overbearing. Now we will leave them here to enjoy each other's company and have a really fun day.